Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another Storytime video. In today's video, I wanted to talk on the time where I shared a meme and I lost a friendship sharing that meme. And the funny thing was, the meme wasn't even making fun of that individual or that individual's race. They were using their race, the meme was using their race as an example. It literally could have been anybody's race. But they was using their race as an example to make fun of how black people talk. And yeah, I don't know. I might have explained that to the person, but yeah, if I didn't, then yeah, they probably just thinking like, oh, TMossBoss is a racist. Like he out here be sharing racist memes. I'm like, no, it's not a racist meme. If anything's is racist to black people, it's making fun of black people. But to everybody else, I'm like, yeah, it was. And the funny thing was is that so the meme was using Hispanic people as the example. There were other Hispanic friends that seen that same meme. They didn't even question me about it. They are still, this happened a while ago, but they're still following me till this day. Done had conversations with them, cool with them, all that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, it was something where I'm like, I don't know. That's why I'm doing this story time to like, maybe, yeah, my sense of humor might be a little bit too much. But I'm like, bruh, I done heard far more worse jokes out there than this meme. So, but anyways, so to explain the meme, to, overall tell you guys what the meme was. So anyways, do you ever pay attention, like if you got black friends or if you're black yourself, do you ever pay attention? There's always that it's either you or somebody that you know where they're like, hey, let's go to that Mexican restaurant down the street. My question is, and that's the whole like joke of the meme and stuff. How do you know that that's a Mexican restaurant? Does it say Mexican restaurant on the billboard signs wherever? How do you know that the owner, the creator, the workers, anybody that works at that place is Mexican? You don't know that. So the proper words to use in a situation like that, if you see a race-based restaurant, you usually call it like, okay, like not Mexican, not whatever. You call it, let's go to the Hispanic or the Asian restaurant, wherever, because it's like at the end of the day, you don't know those, unless you know those people and you know that they're Mexican, then okay, then that's usually when you can say that. But if not, then nah, you can't, can't really be saying stuff like that. And I know that there's going to be people that hear this and they go like, man, I don't care, I'm still going to call it a Mexican restaurant. So anyways, getting back to the joke, getting back to the meme. So it goes on to say, like, I wonder if Mexican people look at black restaurants and be like, oh, let's go to the N-word restaurant. I laughed. I thought it was funny because I was like, this is exactly how there are some, I'm not going to say it's all, I'm not going to say it's me, but there are some black people that talk like that. They'll say, oh, let's go to the Mexican restaurant. Oh, let's go to that Chinese restaurant. And the people in that restaurant is Vietnamese. How do you know that they're Chinese? Who told you that information? So that's what the joke was. That's what the meme was. So anyways, shared it because I thought it was funny. Went on about my business that day. From time to time I'll check my stories, and there was a name that I hadn't seen, view my stories in a while and stuff. It was a name I'm all like, I hadn't seen them in a while, so I went ahead, messaged them, and was all like, oh, hey, how's life? How's everything going and things? How's just all that's just stuff around you. How is life? All right. I vividly remember me messaging them and just being like, hey, how's life going and all that stuff. And so they was like, oh, it's good, but I found your joke offensive, and it's like Mexican people don't talk like that. And I don't remember exactly like word for word what, the exchange was, but overall, long story short, this individual had unfollowed me off of Instagram, and I'm like, wow, I don't understand, because I'm like, the joke it wasn't making fun of you. It was using your race as an example. But it's like, if you understood the joke, then you understood that it's like, you don't talk like, because the thing is this, I know people will probably ask, how would that make me feel if somebody shared a meme about black people and you knew that it wasn't true? If I know that it wasn't true, then I ain't even gonna waste my time being mad over it and stuff. If anything's, I'm gonna be trying to figure it out. I'm all like, do black people really be carrying on like this? Look it up. If I don't see no information of black people carrying on like that, then I'm like, okay, I don't know why they shared that meme, but I'm gonna go on about my business. I'm not gonna be like, oh, let me go and start some stuff over it and things. I'm like, all right, if that's what they're dealing with, that's what they're dealing with. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. That's one thing about it, is that I'm not one of those people where it's like, my thing is this, all right, if there's ever, because I have to say that there's been times, not so much with jokes, but it's when people, when they share like videos of like animals getting killed, or they'll show somebody getting killed, and I'm like, why are you guys showing that? Please stop showing that. But and I know, like, that currently there's a whole like situation in the world going on where there's a war, and there are people like sharing stuff of people being killed. And yeah, I'm like, bro, it's hard to look at, and that's why I'm like, okay, I just want to, if I know that that's what they're sharing, I ain't even gonna look at their stories and stuff. So, but I don't know, like, if I'm friends with somebody, I'm like, if I'm good friends, I think if anything, I would tell them about it and be all like, hey, but I'm not gonna get mad and unfollow them and all that stuff. So that's why I think, like, me and this individual, we most likely wasn't even friends in the first place. It was just one of those things where just, yeah, we wasn't friends and stuff. So it's just something where I'm like, I don't lose no sleep over stuff like this. But yeah, it's just something where I'm like, I guess in a situation where somebody, yeah, like I said, if they share a joke about black people, or even if they share something that I just don't like looking at, period, yeah, I just don't, I'll, tell them about it. But I'm like, if there's a reason for it, like, like I said, this war example, that I'm like, okay, you have your reasons. But I'm like, when I be seeing people, like, I had to tell people that, I'm all like, hey, look, I get that you're, a vegan or a vegetarian, but I'm not trying to be opening up Instagram and seeing a cow get its, like, a cow, pig, whatever, get its head bashed in. I'm like, that's dark, bro. That's some dark stuff. Like, I get it. I understand. You don't eat meat, but I'm like, look, bruh, the rest of us, I'm like, unless the majority of the people that's following you are vegans, and then yeah, they'll understand that stuff. But I'm like, I'm not no vegan or no vegetarian, so it's like, I see stuff like that, it's just dark, because those are images that I do not want in my head. So I know people are probably comparing us, like, well, that's how that girl feels about that joke. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that girl ain't gonna be traumatized over me sharing a joke. I'm like, if you comparing a joke to, how many people do go out their way to go see comedy clubs or to go to slaughterhouses and see, yeah, you don't see like a crowd of people standing, pointing, and laughing at a pig getting its head bashed in and stuff. I'm like, yeah, there ain't no such thing as no crowd at a slaughterhouse unless it's a crowd of people that work there. But yeah, other than that, I'm like, nah, bro, there's a difference. I guess with that bad example, can't really, but I guess like with me, and if it's like, somebody says a joke, I'm like, hey, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel, and I'm like, if somebody asks me, I'm all like, okay, if I know that black people don't be doing that, then I'm like, yeah, black people don't do that. That's a misleading joke. And if somebody's trying to argue with me, I'm like, okay, who do you think is going to win this argument? The person that's black or the person that's not black? And you trying to tell me about something with black people. Who do you think knows more black people? I'm like, fam, I literally have met a good majority of my family and friends that have been black. So like family, friends, all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, that's something where I'm like, I guarantee and I promise you, anybody out there think they're going to outdo me in a black quiz, I'm like, yeah, that's just no. That's a fat no, all right? So, but yeah, it's like, I wasn't trying to say that, Hispanic people talk like that. It was just, again, the joke, if you understood, again, the joke was using Hispanic people as an example. It literally could have been any race out there. So yeah, it was something where I'm like, I don't know. Still to this day, I'm like, I don't know how that ended a friendship, but hey, I guess if we were never meant to be friends in the first place, then that's the situation and things. So, but anyways, I don't know. It's one of those things where I think about it, I'm all like, I don't think I was wrong for sharing a joke, but I could be wrong. So I guess to that individual, if they ever do see this video, sorry if I offended you. It's something I didn't really know that it was all that offensive. But again, the joke wasn't trying to attack you as an individual or your race. It was using your race as an example to make fun of black people. I'm just saying, bruh. So, but anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.